We would be honored if you would join us.
There has been an awakening. Have you felt it? Julian, we're home.
Hello, this is the Force Talk podcast. My name is Trey Mitchell. We are joined here by Tanner Wood and Josh. How are you guys doing today?
Good. That's a cool intro.
Yeah, honestly, it took me about 4 hours because I'm an idiot.
The intro to my podcast is literally just I took a clip from The Dark Knight where the Joker says we're tonight's entertainment, and I just put that there because I'm lazy.
So if you guys don't know, you probably don't know, Tanner has a channel on YouTube. Tanner, what's your official YouTube name?
It's just my name, Tanner Wood. But there's no space between Tanner and Wood.
Yeah, so he puts a lot of good stuff. Josh has a YouTube account too. Josh, what's your YouTube account name?
My YouTube channel name is Mr. Family Guy 1 Fan. Still trying to kind of find something to change that name. Like, if you have any ideas, pitch me an idea, because I really want to change the name. I'm
lazy. I just use my name because I couldn't think of anything cool.
I wanted to use my name, but I don't know. I don't really want to use my name too much.
Josh, you should just change your name to, like, Ray's Speeder.
Yeah.
Okay,
change your name to, like, a famous person's name so they get confused when they click on it.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill. So we're going to start out this podcast. Obviously, the Star Wars The Force Awakens trailer came out, Monday night. And we, all three of us, actually already did a kind of a breakdown of what happened and our reaction and thoughts on that. But just in case you guys haven't seen it, we're kind of just going to go through that a little bit today on this show. So I'm going to ask you guys the question. Tanner, you can start if you want. So what were your basic thoughts on the trailer?
It's amazing. It's like the greatest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
It was perfect. Yeah, I loved it. It was awesome.
Yeah. How about you, Josh?
Oh, it was amazing. Loved it. It's same thoughts. I haven't heard anyone really complain about it because it's amazing. It looks beautiful, sounds beautiful. It's great, and I can't wait for the movie.
Yeah, I didn't even hear John Campea complain about it, which is crazy.
Just
complains about everything.
He when it comes to Star Wars, though, he tends to love the trailers.
Yeah. What he said that his one worry was the last scene was going to be like, Mr. Back, or something like that. That would have been terrible. But, yeah, I love this trailer, too. I've seen it a total of 68 times already. I count, because I want to see how many times I see it.
I haven't counted mine, but mine's definitely a high number.
Yeah. But, yeah, I love this. What were your guys' favorite moments or scenes from the trailer, if you could boil it down to just one or two?
I love the Knights of Ren, what we assume is the Knights of Ren, that shot.
Yeah.
And the Kylo Ren looking at Vader's helmet, and I'm going to finish what you started. And every scene with Han Solo, even as an old man, he's so cool. Like, I just smile every time I see Harrison Ford as Han Solo. It's great. Oh, and the last shot when he's like Kylo's like running at him with running at Finn. That was awesome. Actually,
and just for the hell of it, I'm just gonna play the audio of the trailer right now, so we can maybe it's even more fresh to us. All right.
Who are you? Who are you?
I'm no one. I'm no one.
I was raised to do one thing. But I've got nothing to fight for. Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
you. Just let it in. Just let it in.
Man, that never ceases to give me chills.
I know.
So I just wanted to play it just for one more time. So now, Josh, what was your favorite scene / moment of the trailer?
My favorite scene / moment is definitely the after watching this trailer so many times. Like yesterday during, I forgot to tell you guys, yesterday during English class, I wasn't in a great mood.
It's a
I was
Star
kind of
Destroyer!
annoyed
No.
for some reason, like just in a bad mood. So I go into English class, put in my headphones. I watched the Star Wars trailer through the whole English class.
So
I just
you-
kept replaying it.
So you were
All I-
basically like Darth Vader in every single scene he's ever in?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
My favorite scene in the trailer is definitely my favorite scene in the trailer is the part when Kylo Ren's like, nothing stands in our way. I will finish what you started, and then you see him put his hand like you see him use the Force or something to Poe Dameron, like torturing him, and then you just hear the him scream, and then the red like smoke or whatever hitting the trees, and then the music hits. That's my favorite.
Yeah, my favorite scene was actually not even really a scene, it's just a voiceover. It's when Han says, so Rey starts out and she says there were stories about what happened. And Han says, they're all true. And then he says, the dark side, the Jedi, they're real. That's my favorite part of it. Because in A New Hope, we hear Han Solo say, like, hokey religions and ancient weapons are nothing with a good blaster by your side or something. But now, like 35 years after that, he's like, yeah, I went through this. The dark side and the Jedi, they're real.
Yeah.
So I love, I mean, that's the ultimate character arc for me. Yeah, I mean, this trailer is epic. One thing I wanted to, I literally just saw this on this IGN thing, a video called Rebel Base. We didn't see any clips. We haven't seen like any clips of Rey below her waist, except for one, in the scene that she, Han, BB-8, and Finn are walking into the place with all the flags, and it looks like there's something hanging from her belt, almost like a lightsaber. I haven't realized that yet.
I haven't. We saw her walking on Jakku in the last trailer from
Yeah.
behind. We saw her from behind.
Yeah, but it's weird. I mean, it looks like she has a lightsaber on her belt, and it's something we haven't seen before. So I
Maybe.
literally just,
A lightsaber.
lightsaber.
Like,
And I hadn't noticed that before. That's just a little thing that I noticed. So, yeah, I mean, we could probably talk about this trailer for hours. Another thing, Star Wars Force Awakens related, is the poster. And
Oh, yeah.
I went on Tanner's podcast and we talked about this a little bit. What did you guys just think about the poster?
I thought it was cool. I thought it was neat. I mean, it's not like one of my all-time favorite posters, but I do really like it. It's my desktop screensaver right now.
Yeah.
I really like it, you know. I mean, it's definitely more like it's put together, like it's photoshopped in. It's not quite the Drew Struzan, like, drawn awesome poster, but
Now,
I still like it. I still think it's good.
Did Drew Struzan not draw this?
No, this is photoshopped in,
Okay.
I believe.
How
I
about
mean, it
you,
still
Josh?
looks cool. It's just,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely.
I still think this poster is better than the other one.
The other one,
that was
yeah.
that celebration. I think
That one was so
poster's better.
basic.
I like that one,
That
but
one
I kind
was
of agree
cool.
with you.
That one was cool, but I never actually I never really liked it. Like before this poster came out, I had my screensaver was some fan made poster that I saw on the internet. I'm like, oh, that's cool, and so that was my screensaver. Now the new poster is just fantastic. That poster is just great. Like it has a lot of stuff on there, but it's still amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. I love it.
Yeah.
The Kylo Ren and Rey as their as her staff and his lightsaber align. That's just
It's the best part of it.
Hmm.
I mean, that's probably foreshadowing something that's going to happen in the movie. We definitely think that those two have a connection, whether it be siblings, cousins, you know, they knew each other when
Old
Luke was
friends.
training them or something like that.
Hmm.
Some people, mainly John Campia, said that they felt like this poster was too crowded. I can understand where he's coming from, But why is that a bad thing?
Well, I get what he's saying. I mean, I don't have that problem with it.
Me neither.
My whole thing was is I was kind of hoping that it would have been like the Drew Struzan drawn
Yeah.
ones, and maybe like I don't know. I mean, I don't really have a problem with all the stuff in it because there's a lot of characters that there seems to is going to be in this movie. But I mean, I do think what he said that would have been cool was like on one side have like all the new characters and the other side have all the old ones. I thought that would have been really cool. But
Yeah.
I like the poster.
What were you guys' favorite parts besides? I know Tanner. I think you just said Kylo Ren and Rey's, but Josh, what's your favorite part of this poster?
Favorite part of the poster. That's it. That's a tough thing. Let me go look at the poster. I mean the Rey and Kylo Ren's pretty cool. I would say that's my favorite, but I guess for like, because you already said it, I would say just the middle of the poster. Like I don't really have like a favorite thing, but like the middle of the poster where you see like Princess Leia, Han, Poe Dameron, BB-8, R2-D2, Chewbacca, C-3PO, Maz Kanata. It just looks cool. It's like them. It just like how like every time I see the poster, I instantly look at that first because it just I don't know. Just the light coming off the X-wing up there and just like I don't know what about it, but it just looks it's great to me.
My favorite part is probably BB-8 and Poe. I really like them in this poster. Besides Kylo Ren and Rey, I love BB-8. At first, when I saw it in the first initial teaser trailer, I was like, "Well, that's kind of weird," but I can dig that. And now I think everyone's fallen in love with BB-8.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a great poster, beautiful poster, but it was obviously overshadowed by the trailer coming. And so moving on from those two, I want to talk about The Force Awakens. It's already breaking records. So, let me get this. So, The Force Awakens is already obliterating all movie pre-sale records. Let's see. In a statement, Fandango announced that it saw website traffic surge to 7 times its normal peak. That would explain the downtime, with The Force Awakens ultimately pulling in 8 times the ticket sales as for Fandango's previous first-day pre-sale record holder, which was one of the Hunger Games. So, and I think IMAX is the only company that's came out and said they generated $6.5 million in sales across 390 screens in the U.S. What do you guys think about just how fast the tickets went out and how much money do you think this movie's gonna make? I know that's kind of a hard thing to think about, but what do you take away from this?
I think it's great news. I think for Force Awakens, I think it's amazing news, and I love that it made so much money, especially like breaking these records. It's like, first of all, The Hunger Games does not deserve that record holder. I've not been a fan of the movies except for Catching Fire, which I really did. I loved it, but the rest of them are just really bad movies. And so Star Wars taking the record, it's just great. Like, I'm so glad that they took it. And I don't think anything will beat it. I don't think Episode 8 will beat it. I don't think Episode 9 will beat it. None of the anthology movies will beat that record, I don't think. I really don't think anything has a chance to beat that record, so it's just amazing. Good job for them. And I think, how much will it make? Opening weekend, I would say, I'm going to say $300 million.
Yeah.
Which I know is very high.
I think
it will.
250-ish. Probably a good number. Tanner, what do you think?
In terms of the record, I think, I mean, I think this is one of those records that'll probably never be broken. The thing about Star Wars, it's so big. It's a global thing.
It's not even about the movies.
It's
just
a movie
the experience.
that everyone at one point in their lives likes,
Yeah.
Like, everybody has seen Star Wars. Like, there's few people in the world that haven't.
They all seem to go to my
people
school.
that haven't are still aware of it.
Yeah.
And it's just...
Go ahead.
It's just this big thing. Like, people, old people, people my mom's age, people like in their 20s, people my age, and then my little brother, everyone is excited for it, and it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge.
Yeah. I mean, this Force Awakens movie is going to be huge, but it's done more than just what we're going to see on the screen. It's brought people together, you know. What I've noticed now is me being like the Star Wars encyclopedia I am at my school and everything. People ask me all these questions now, and like they want to know what I think about the trailer and stuff. And it's like I'm the cool kid who knows all about Star Wars. When has that ever been true?
These
Like,
days,
people-
it is.
Like now it's actually like if you don't like Star Wars, you're weird. It's awesome. And like I know 2 days ago in my math class, I showed my teacher on this huge screen in his class. We all watched the trailer, and I could
awesome.
I could hear a girl in the back of my class saying, "I hate Star Wars," and I basically thought about me taking my new Starkiller base and blowing her up, but I didn't say that.
Ah.
But I mean, even those people, there's so much love for it. You don't even care when people don't like it. You know, it's just.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I kind of backtracked. So yeah, what have you guys gotten your tickets yet?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How many tickets did you get? What showing? All that stuff.
Well, I have 4 tickets. Me, my brother, my mom, and then my grandma will go.
When?
And my grandma's not like a huge Star Wars fan. She just goes with us to see movies.
When
but
are you going?
I only have I'm seeing December 18th
Yeah.
after school, like at 5 o'clock.
Yeah. How about you, Josh?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm gonna cut you off.
And I at my theater, and I have reserved seats.
Yeah,
so
me too.
I made sure I got like middle, perfect row.
Exactly.
This has to be a perfect experience.
Exactly.
Not 3D because I'm not seeing that crap.
Yeah.
I wanted to see it on the 17th, the first showing,
Mhm.
but my mom wasn't having that, so I'm seeing it the 18th.
Do you have finals that next day?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And it's a school night, so we won't be able to go out late, but I'm seeing it Friday.
Yeah.
It's all good.
For me, I got 7 tickets Thursday night.
7 just for you?
No, I wish. 7 tickets for me and my friends going at 7:30 at an AMC that has assigned seats. So I'm in the back, like the center of the very last row in a big screen. Unfortunately, it is 3D, but I want to get those cool 3D glasses, so I'll do that.
Yeah, I can't do 3D. Like,
Really?
3D for me, it makes like it makes me miserable. I don't know why.
Do you get, like, headaches?
I can't do it. I don't like the glasses. I don't like any of it. But one cool thing, I'm so glad like you get to go see this with all your friends. None of my friends care.
None of
Like-
my friends care that much, but it's Star Wars.
Because if I was like, hey, I'm buying us tickets for Star Wars, they'd be like, I'm probably not free that day, so don't get any for me. They don't care about it that much.
Yeah.
Like they'll see it, everyone's gonna see it, but just that's cool that you have all your friends want to see that too.
Yeah. Then, so I'm going at 7:30 at AMC. I do have finals the next morning, so I'm hoping to be back by like 10:30, go to sleep, have my finals. As long as I study well, I don't think it'll affect me that much. Then Friday, I have a showing non-3D at 12:45 after my finals, and then I have one at 8 p.m. at night. So I'm seeing it 3 times in less than 24 hours. About 24 hours.
Nice.
All assigned seats, that's the only way I could do it. And I happened to just go on my laptop because I had the Fandango Force Awakens thing on. I keep refreshing it. I was setting up my laptop because I was going to watch the Monday Night Football game, be on my laptop to wait for the ticket to drop, and then have my friend record my reaction. And while I was setting all of it up, I just checked my laptop. Tickets are on sale. And I go, oh my gosh. So I bought all of them then. And like 2 minutes later, Fandango crashed.
I got mine and then it crashed, so I didn't get to get tickets for other showings. So I only have that one on Friday.
Yeah.
But no doubt I'm gonna be seeing it like all week long. Like my winter break will be about me and my brother just rewatching Star Wars.
That's me too.
Definitely.
There will be no time for Christmas. I love Christmas, but
Star Wars is Christmas.
yeah, it's the best Christmas present ever.
Yeah. How about you, Josh?
For me, Which it sucks that you guys said, both of you said you have finals. That sucks. And also, you guys both said your friends don't really care about seeing Star Wars. All of my friends are two out of like I'm seeing it with five of my friends, and then my dad's going to see it with us. And two of my friends watch Rebels, read the books, or one of them read Lords of the
Lucky.
Sith.
None of
Like,
my friends
yeah.
read those. Or do
And
anything like
so yeah, that's cool. But they all care about the Star Wars. There's only one of them that's like, oh, I love movies, but I don't really care as much about Star Wars. The rest of them are like, I love Star Wars. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So I got my tickets for Thursday night in 2D at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock was when it was 7 o'clock. RPX, which pretty much the IMAX for Regal theaters, and so it's not reserved seats, which sucks because I wanted reserved seats. I was gonna buy my tickets at a different theater, but they didn't go on sale until way later in the night, so I didn't buy my tickets for that theater. I just went for it. I'm like, all right, I'm buying it for this theater, so I'll just get to the theater really early. And then Friday
Like
night,
4
I
days
got
early.
my tickets for 7:30 and IMAX 3D for me and another one of my friends.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, we'll all definitely be seeing it a lot. I think can agree on that.
Oh yeah.
So that ends kind of our Force Awakens segment. Our next story, well, kind of Force Awakens. We're going to talk about some Star Wars Battlefront. So there was some Star Wars Battlefront news. They announced 3 more characters that you could play as heroes and villains. The first being Princess Leia. And I read what she can do. She's holding a blaster in this picture in her Hoth kind of white vest and white kind of shirt thing. And then we have Han Solo and his Hoth
Her Hoth
uniform
gear.
too. And these graphics look amazing, by the way. Just looks like Han. His hair looks a little weird, but that's about it. And then we have the Emperor Palpatine, which is kind of weird for me. I mean, we haven't seen the Emperor do anything physically from after Revenge of the Sith, except in the Lords of the Sith book. So I guess he still
Yeah.
can do stuff. He's using his lightning. I'm not sure if he has a lightsaber, but he has his lightning. And then those were announced to the already previously existing characters of Boba Fett, Luke, and Darth Vader. So I know Josh and I played the beta for like 20 hours each. Tanner, what did you get to play the beta at all?
Yeah, I played it for a little bit. I didn't get to play it as much as everyone else did, but yeah, I played it for a bit. And I only played on Tatooine because I was very busy that week, which sucked. But I loved it. I sucked at it because I was just like looking around at the scenery.
Yeah.
But I cannot wait for this, especially when you watch that trailer, the new trailer, and you see like the X-wings and the TIE fighters fighting in the air.
It looks
makes me wanna
straight like
play it.
Battlefront. It looks
Yeah.
straight like Battlefront, which is
I know,
great.
it makes me want to play it so bad.
We
And the
have
fact that Han Solo's in it's awesome. Han Solo's my favorite. I love Han Solo, so that's good.
Even though you don't want his own anthology film, though, right?
No, but I explained. I just don't. Yeah, he's
I
my
don't want
favorite.
one either. So
Yeah, he's my favorite Star Wars character ever. I can't see anyone besides Harrison Ford as him. And why do we need to see teenage Han Solo?
You know, I totally agree with you, but I have a ton of trust in Disney and Lucasfilm right now, and I don't think they would make a film that they weren't really, really confident in. So,
I do too,
but I
but
do
I
understand
think-
what you're saying.
I think that most people. I think it's going to be a good movie. Most people will like it. I just don't know if it'll feel like Han Solo to me.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like Han Solo.
And
because,
honest,
like,
go ahead.
Because Harrison Ford is so Han Solo. He is him. It's just there's no one can really do that.
I
but him.
think if they can't find an actor that can really do it well, they're just gonna cancel it.
no,
Yeah.
they won't. They wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think they would.
I
don't
mean,
think they'll
hope they
cancel
would do
it.
that.
I think they'll find an actor though.
I know. Yeah, me too.
I would hope they would do that, but I don't. They won't. And so, but what I think about like that with the Han Solo movies, I don't need a Han Solo movie. I don't care to see his backstory. We have Han Solo. We know Han Solo. If you want to show backstory, do it in a book or something. We don't need to recast Harrison Ford. But I'm excited. I'm very excited because I love Phil Lord and Chris Miller. Everything they touch turns to gold.
Mhm.
So I can't wait for this movie because of that reason. They're doing, like, just look at their track record. Cloudy with Chance Meatballs, great movie. Lego Movie, great. 21, 22 Jump Street, great. And then even on TV, Last Man on Earth, such a funny show, and so I can't wait for the Han Solo movie.
Yeah, I did a video on why I was against it, but I even said in there that Phil Lord and Chris Miller are awesome. So they're what are the reason they're great. So I love that they got them. My whole thing, I just feel like that's something that can be told in a comic book or a book, you know?
Definitely.
A movie about that just seems kind of. I wish we were kind of done with the prequels of characters that we already like, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we need like a whole movie about like I don't want to see a Boba Fett movie at all.
Me neither.
Care less.
Not with him being the main character. I think he could be cool as like a
Yeah,
side guy.
that's great. That would be awesome. But I don't want to see him as the main character, like you said. Like, it just depends who's involved in it.
Yeah. So moving on from that, we kind of got a little sidetracked. There is a report from Screen Crush that The Force Awakens is in negotiations to be streamed on Netflix. And I'll just read the story. It says, back in 2012, Disney and Netflix struck a deal that would allow all Disney films, including Marvel, Pixar, Star Wars properties, to stream exclusively on Netflix Instant starting on January 1st, 2016. As that date approaches, many have speculated openly about the Star Wars film finally coming to Netflix. There were even rumors that recently Netflix was preparing their database for the Star Wars movies, though Netflix denied these reports. While they have yet to come specifically on the existing 6 films in the Star Wars library, Netflix did confirm that as of now they do not have any rights to Star Wars Force Awakens, but are currently negotiating to bring that title to their streaming library. I thought this was really interesting. I don't think The Force Awakens would stream like while it's in theaters. That would be really stupid money-wise. And I honestly doubt that they'll ever go to Netflix just because that's losing, like, unless Netflix wants to pay them for like $2 billion to stream the movies, they're gonna lose money with that. You know, people like, I mean, Star Wars is expensive.
Yeah.
It's like $90 for the collection digitally.
And they re-release the same movies like every 4 years, just with another special feature. Spend $50 on some movies you already have.
Yeah.
You know, they do that like every 2 years.
Do you guys?
I could see.
Sorry.
I could see them like having Force Awakens come on Netflix like right when it leaves theaters, so like end of February or something.
Because then their Blu-ray sales wouldn't be as high.
Yeah, I know. That's another thing.
Yeah, so I mean it's an interesting thought. But unless you guys have anything else, that will wrap up our news section of this podcast. So now we're gonna go into the comics, and there were a few comics that came out since last time we did the podcast. Josh and I did the podcast last Tuesday two Tuesdays ago, because I had to go to Florida for some college trips. And so the comics come out Wednesday, so we couldn't do that week's comics. So let's just start out with Chewbacca in issue number 1. My opinion of this comic is different than a lot of other people's I've heard. I actually really like this comic. I thought Chewbacca was hilarious in it. My favorite scene was him laying in a field and just kind of, when the girl comes, he just kind of gives her this, "Oh, really?" look. I loved it. I enjoyed this comic. I don't know how much you can do with it, but I liked it. I thought the art was great too. Tanner, have you read this?
I did not read it. I did not buy it. I'm not going to. I feel like this comic was like, I feel like they were setting up at Disney, and this guy's like, okay, we can literally do anything and they'll buy it from us. And he's like, no, they won't buy everything. He's like, yes, they will. Watch. What if we made like a Chewbacca comic book? People will even buy that, and they like bet like $100 that wouldn't make any money, and it did.
I will buy anything they make, so they can keep making those bets.
I will too.
I didn't get Chewbacca because I really don't care. Because I buy a lot of comic books. I don't just buy Star Wars, and I have a budget. So I want to buy the main Star Wars. I want to buy Shattered Empire. I want to buy Kanan. I want to buy those. I don't have money for Chewbacca.
Well, I will say you should probably stop buying the Vader comics, which we'll get into next, because they suck.
I did. I got the last one and I'm done. I took it off of my pull list because
where do you buy your comics?
Good right
you
now.
Buy them physically or digitally?
I buy physical comics.
Yeah, I would too, but it's kind of far away from me. And it's so convenient to just get them on my iPad. So that's what I do.
I like the physical comics.
Me too.
So.
So Josh, did you read Chewbacca in issue number 1? And if so, what did you think of it?
I'm so glad you said you thought it was really good because I love
Me-
Chewbacca #1.
Me too,
I-
man.
I thought Chewbacca #1, like, I was actually really blown away because I didn't read the comic, like, because my dad sometimes can't get the comics for me because he works right by there, and some days he can. So I watched Jedi Council before I read the comic, and I've heard everyone say how much they hated it. I'm hearing people say they hated it. I'm like, wow, this comic must be horrible. I read it. I loved it.
Me
I
too.
thought this
Yeah,
comic
I really
was
liked
just
it.
great. I thought the relationship between Chewbacca and this girl was great. Like, Chewbacca's great. Like, especially that one part you said when he's laying in the field and he's like, oh, I have to go deal with this now. It's kind of like that, and it's like
I'm gonna pull.
I really liked it.
I'm gonna
I
pull-
really liked it.
I'm gonna
so
pull
excited
up
for
that
next
scene.
episode.
Yeah. What did you like the artwork? What did you think of it?
Oh, the artwork was great. I thought the artwork is pretty good. In most of these comics, I really like the artwork. I thought just Shattered Empire #4. I didn't love how Luke looked, but we'll get into that in a little bit.
Who,
Yeah.
who did the artwork for Chewbacca?
Let me look. Tanner, I'm gonna send you the screenshot of the picture that we're talking about. Illustrate artist, cover artist, Phil Notto.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, hold on. Okay, yeah, Tanner. I'm just gonna DM you on Twitter the picture that we're talking about. It was hilarious.
All right.
I mean, yeah, there's only so much you can do with a Wookiee who doesn't really speak, but I thought it was all right. I liked it a lot.
I thought it went by quick.
I thought the female character in it was actually a pretty strong character. I mean, it's kind of stereotypical what happened, but okay, Tanner, I think I just
Yeah.
sent you the picture.
I thought the comic went by really quick. Like, even though, like, I know a lot of people say that's a problem, but I actually really like when comics go by quick. Like, it's like I want them to be long, but I want them to go by quick. But
They're expensive
and I
now,
thought
though.
I thought this one went by really quick and kind of had that good pace. I felt like where
Yeah.
like there were certain things that were going on where I was like really liking it. I really like this comic
Yeah.
a lot, and I can't wait to see where it goes.
Yeah. So have you? Our next issue we're gonna cover is Vader issue 11. Sigh. Have you guys read this?
If it's the is it the one that came out yesterday?
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I didn't read it. I didn't read
Josh,
it.
have you read it?
I still haven't read issue #11. I have it sitting right next to me, and I'm just looking at it. I'm like, I want it to be awesome. I look at that cover, and I'm like, I really want that to be great, but it's not. These like I haven't read it yet, but this Vader comic was my favorite comic for so long. And then,
Same.
like, after issue #6 or 7, I was just like, this is horrible. And, like, right now, like, I know they're doing that Vader Down crossover, so I'm very excited. But until then, I might just stop getting the Vader comics and just, like, I'm still going to read them. I just might stop buying them and just get them all at once, like, after, like, 3-4
The
issues.
trade paperback.
Do
They
you,
Yeah.
put them all together.
do you want me
cheaper.
to be honest? So I was sitting on the toilet reading this, and the things that were in the toilet were better than this comic. This comic
Yeah.
sucked. It was.
Yeah, I'm not
I don't even
surprised.
know what's happening anymore. Like, there's this Alpha Prime thing that's straight out of like Star Trek meets like the caves or something, and Vader doesn't even feel like Vader. He feels like he's annoyed of everyone else. There's some dude with a mustache who I don't like. The girl in it, Christian Harlow keeps saying that she could be Felicity
No,
Jones,
it's
which
not.
doesn't match at all. The girl is annoying. It's just a stupid comic. It's just, I don't even like, now something happens in the comic. Do you guys want to spoil it? Because I don't think you want to read it.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, you go ahead.
So that chick that they're like, that's with Vader, apparently she did something bad, and now they're like trying to find her. The only cool part was Vader, like, I think he killed her. He might have killed her. I'm not sure. He threw like a rock pile on her and he choked her with and he had his lightsaber
But,
out. That was the
girl
only
that's
cool
been
part.
with him the whole time.
No, like she's trying to. I don't even know. I don't know what's happening. This was like a 2 out of 10 for me, comic wise. I only read the Star Wars comics. I just started reading some Daredevil, Guardians of the Galaxy issue 1, the new issue. I downloaded. I haven't read it yet. Let's see what else. Yeah, and some Batman.
Yeah.
I read Batman, but. Yeah, I mean, Darth Vader started out so great. I think, I mean, every week we keep saying this. It started out my favorite comic, Star Wars, I like to. But now my comics, from best to worst, I like the Star Wars line the most. probably
Yeah,
right now.
It started off slow, but it picked up, and I really like it.
So yeah, Star Wars 1, Shattered Empire 2, even though Shattered Empire was a disappointment to me, but maybe I
It
just had
was.
too many expectations. 3, I'll have Lando. 4, I'll have Kanan. 5, I'll have Vader. Sorry, wait. 5, I'll have... Who else is there?
Leia, did you read Leia?
I'm not even
Leia.
counting that. Okay, yeah, 5 Vader, 6 Leia then.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I forgot Chewbacca. I put Chewbacca third. I put Chewbacca third over, or fourth over. Crap. I put it somewhere around Kanan and the Lando issues.
Oh, how I would rank them is I would rank them number one Kanan, 2 Star Wars, 3 Chewbacca, 4 Lando, 5. What am I missing? 5 No, I would say
It's hard.
Shattered Empire is better than Lando, but then I would say Lando, then I would say Princess Leia.
Yeah.
So that was awful. Then Vader, then Princess Leia. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
Vader was my favorite. Now, I mean, I gotta say, Kanan, Shattered Empire are probably my 2 favorite. I gotta say, yeah, those are, and then probably Star Wars, and then Lando, which was fine, but I stopped reading Lando just because it's fun, but it's not worth my money. And then Leia, I didn't read,
so
and Vader is definitely got to where it became my least favorite, but hopefully it'll pick up again. Once people start saying it's picked up, I'll start reading it again.
yeah. Yeah, so that wraps up Vader issue 11. It was garbage. Now we're going to go into Shattered Empire issue number 3. That's one of the issues that came out last week, but we didn't get to cover it on our podcast. So I'll start out. I like this one. They tied in the prequels pretty well, being the whole story for this kind of one. For this issue was Leia goes to Naboo, which I hate saying that word. It just comes out weird. Naboo. I don't even know why she goes. I forgot. Do you guys know?
Nonsense. I don't know.
I think she was. Wasn't she looking for something about her mother? Maybe.
I don't remember.
Wait, no, that was Vader. Anyways,
Poe's mom had to hang out with her.
yeah. So she goes there, and the only really, I was reading this on a plane, right? And they had this scene. Spoilers for the next 10 seconds, 25 seconds, where the shot where she was standing in the landing hangar where Darth Maul was, and you heard her say, "I feel cold."
Yeah, she
and you
gets
see
chills.
Maul in the background.
It was
was
great.
freaking awesome. That was great. I love Darth Maul.
That's
I really,
one of the best parts in any of these comic books.
and I liked how they used the old ships, even though I thought you're gonna risk maybe the most important woman in the galaxy to a 45-year-old ship that's never been used. That's might seem a little bit sketchy, but I mean that issue was pretty good. What do you guys think?
I mean, I thought I like Shattered Empire. I kind of like this whole what happened after Return of the Jedi, because for me that's the most interesting.
Yeah.
Like most of the comics are taking place between Star Wars and Empire, which is cool, but I mean,
Yeah, I know.
they're not that. And what's interesting to me is what happens after Jedi.
Yeah, because
That's
it's uncharted territory.
Yeah, and this is not exactly what I thought. I thought we were gonna go more. I didn't know it was gonna be just exactly.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that after our Empire number 4 review.
But it's but I love it. You know, it's one of my favorite ones. It's only limited though, which is a shame.
4-issue run,
I think
yeah.
I think the last issue was the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So that sucks. But I've really enjoyed it. I like all the stuff with Poe's mom and Leia, you know, and Han. You know, I'm not gonna lie. At the very end, like Poe's mom goes off with Poe's dad, and what we assume and everything, and then Leia just kind of goes with Han, and Han puts his arm over her, and I love that stuff because Han and Leia are awesome. But-
Yeah. Josh, what about you? Shattered Empire issue 3.
With Shattered Empire issue number 3, I don't really remember it that much because it was last week, and I have Shattered Empire number 4 more. Like, I remember that one more, but with Shattered Empire number 3, I love that part with Darth Maul when you see it. She's like, "I feel chill" or something like that. I was like freaking out. I'm like, that was amazing. Like, that was such a great scene, and you just see Darth Maul. Thought that was amazing. But besides that, I don't really like the Naboo storyline, and then I feel like this comic is just like a bunch of stuff that happened after. Just like this is what this character is doing, this is what this character is doing, this is what this character is doing. Like, just like they're going on missions to do that. That's it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I wasn't a fan of 3 was alright too. 4's even worse. So. Oh, and I also found out Vader Down comes out on November 18th. Is the first issue, and it's gonna, and there's one more Darth Vader comic, and then it's Vader Down. So I might as well just get next Darth Vader, and then just get Vader Down. Stop reading Vader after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about Star Wars Empire issue number 4. This one was my favorite of them all, probably. I liked issue 1 too, but issue 1 didn't really deal with a lot. Kind of just set it up. The artwork for these comics are phenomenal too. I really liked Luke was finally in something I cared about. That's not the movies, because I didn't care about any of the books he was in besides Weapon of the Jedi. Weapon of the Jedi.
Yeah.
That one's good, but he really made this comic for me. I really liked it. Poe's mom is a character that I thought they were gonna do more with.
Yeah.
Her arc sucked. What I did is, so hear me out here. Luke is wearing a black cloak, right? Could that be the same cloak we see in the Force Awakens trailer?
No.
You
I have
don't
not
you don't think that
read
that's the same
issue
one?
4 yet.
Oh,
I have
when
no
Luke
idea.
is
Yeah.
when Luke is wearing the cloak.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Kylo Ren's cloak.
No. I mean, do you think this could be Luke's cloak, and like that scene could be a flashback? Because I think it looks. I mean, his cloak in this one stands out, and I think they're trying to stand that out to maybe for that purpose.
That might be reading into it a little bit much, but I think that would be cool.
Well, yeah, he has a glove on too, but I don't know, maybe lost that. But I like this issue. I thought about it for a few minutes after I finished reading, and I just thought, is this what people felt like when they after they watched the prequels? Like, it was good. Like I liked it, but it's not what I wanted. You know?
Do you think there will be flashbacks in The Force Awakens?
Definitely. I think at least one with Vader.
So
I
you
think
think
at least one flashback, and I think it'll have Vader. I think you can bet money on the only if there has to be one flashback, it's gonna be a flashback to when on Bespin Darth Vader cuts off Luke's hand and the lightsaber falls down, and then we see where the lightsaber goes because the lightsaber's in this movie.
Yeah.
So I think
I don't
that
think
would
we'll
be.
get a flashback in Force Awakens.
Well, I think they got to explain how they got the lightsaber.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. to
I mean,
hear
and
that.
Timothy Zahn's heir to the, what were they called?
Heir to the
Or
Jedi.
Heir of the Empire.
Heir to the Empire.
Empire, yeah.
They explained that how Mara Jade found his, so maybe we can see something similar. But go ahead.
But like let's just pretend for a second like Kylo Ren is like the son of Han and Leia.
Yeah.
Do you think that we will see, like, when the movie starts, we will see him as, good Kylo Ren?
No.
And then we'll see him
No.
turn bad, or we start out he's bad?
I think
And then
I,
maybe we get some flashbacks of when he was good?
I think
I
the
think
first
maybe an aide will get flashbacks.
I think the first scene in the movie is gonna be, it shows opening crawl, it shows space. The first thing we see is Kylo Ren's shuttle. It flies down to this planet. He just murders some people, and that's the first thing we see. Like, we're already introduced how evil he is.
The reason I asked though is because there were set photos of Adam Driver in the orange jumpsuit
Oh,
of the Rebellion
that's-
with, like, Poe.
That's a really good point, but they confirmed it wasn't him. Actually, it was Oscar
That wasn't
Isaac.
him?
No.
Oh.
That's a great point, though. I do know what you're talking about. They said that was confirmed to be Oscar Isaac.
Oh, okay. I thought I could have sworn that was Adam Driver.
Yeah, it looked a lot like him, didn't it?
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think just how far away the camera was maybe just kind of made it look a
Yeah.
little different. But yeah, that's a really good point. So I know, Tanner, you haven't read this, but overall you are a little disappointed with the series, right?
Me? I wouldn't say I'm disappointed because I am enjoying it. It's one of my favorite Star Wars comics. But I thought that it was going to be what they're doing after Jedi, not necessarily like the day after Jedi. Like
It technically
that
is.
close in time. I thought it was like maybe like a couple months after what happened.
Sort of
what
like
they're
what
doing,
we wanted
but instead
from
it was
Aftermath.
like the day after.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, in this last one, are you gonna read it?
yeah, I'll read it, but if you can spoil it if you want, that's fine.
So basically, the entire idea is Luke and Shara, I think that's her name, have to go steal these forced trees, like these trees from an Imperial shuttle.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's Vader comic like, and they do it, and Luke kind of goes badass, which was kind of cool. But then they go home, and Luke has the girl hold like keep one of the forest trees and plant it, and where she plants it looks a lot like where the Rebel Alliance where their base is in episode 7, where we see that shot of Poe walking out of his X-wing and patting Finn on the back. It looks a lot like that. So I think that's the only direct setup in this whole issue. And they planted some forest trees. What the hell are forest trees? I've only seen that from that one planet in Clone Wars, where they went and it was like the embodiment of the Force. Don't make the Force a scientific thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know more freaking midichlorians.
Yeah.
I hate it.
We don't need it to be explained. We get it. It's a fairy tale.
It's freaking Japanese sorcery meets Greek mythology. Like, it's not one thing. But
I hated this issue.
You
I
hated
thought
it.
This issue was really bad. I think Luke looked horrible. Like his design was terrible. It didn't look like
I thought his
my-
face looked very babyish.
Yeah, I didn't
but
like how his face looked.
I like the art overall. So
Like,
go ahead.
I like the art too, but I just had a problem with his face. I just thought it looked weird. But I think this comic, I hated the story of the forest trees, like whatever.
Yeah.
But did you guys
Damn
notice
it.
in the comic?
Tanner hasn't read it yet.
Well, Trey, did you notice that one part in the comic where where they were talking to the officer, or they were talking to the officer, and he's like, you're not an officer back. She has one eye.
Yes. From
That's from
yeah.
Smuggler's Bounty.
It's Smuggler's Run. I've noticed you keep calling it Smuggler's Bounty, but yeah, I did notice that, and I think maybe that's Phasma.
You think that's Phasma?
Ooh.
A lot of people are guessing that's
Well,
Phasma.
I think that's Phasma if she doesn't take off her mask,
Yeah, it could be.
or
like, 'cause
prosthetics work now.
I still haven't finished that. I just think it's so boring.
Josh, do you have the comic with you right now?
Yeah.
I want you to flip to page 3.
Okay.
Now, do you see the giant globe-looking thing in the middle,
Giant what looking thing?
like the hologram?
I'm getting it out first, but
Okay.
here. 1 second. Let you know in a minute.
You doing cocaine?
Page number 3. All right, where do you want me to look? The hologram?
Yeah. Do you see to the left? There's that
that's that guy from,
that one character. His name's Atsy.
Yeah, I noticed that
He's
while reading.
yeah, Tanner. So I don't know if you know this, but there's like a really weird kind of looking rhinoceros type of dude. He was wearing like an X-wing pilot that they sold toys of. His eyes are really far apart. He looks kind of like Hammerhead. He was actually in this issue. I noticed it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
It's
cool.
to see that. That's cool, but I don't think he's gonna be a really like.
No, I mean I just know. I mean they sold his toy. I mean that's kind of something.
Yeah,
But-
it was just a cool little thing.
Yeah. So moving on, that's kind of going to wrap up our comic part of this show. Now we're going to go into Star Wars Rebels. This is kind of going to be a longer show just because so much has happened this week, which is great because the last month we've gotten crap.
Mainly reviews.
Yeah. And yeah, a lot of reviews. So we're going to start off with Season 2, Episode 3, I think they're calling it, which is the Lost Commanders episode. Now,
I think it's 1 and 2 is what they're saying.
well,
That's
Campia said it was 2 and 3 and 4 because Siege of Lothal they said was 1 and 2.
I don't know. On my DVR it says episode 1 and 2.
Yeah. Anyways, the first non-movie. So Star Wars Rebels Lost Commanders. Tanner, have you seen? You have seen this one. Right? We talked about
I'm
it.
caught up on Rebels.
Have you seen the Clone Wars TV show?
I've seen a handful of episodes. I haven't watched it all the way through.
Yeah, I didn't love it. I know Josh loves it, but
Yeah.
What was your opinion of this episode?
I think it was fine. I think that with both episodes, it's kind of they're kind of just like fun little quick episodes. Not really anything to them. Just kind of fun. Nothing special.
Yeah.
So I like them, but I mean, I didn't dislike them, but they just weren't anything that special.
We're just talking about the first one.
Yeah. The first one was nothing special. It was fine.
Yeah. Josh, did you like it?
I love the first one. I love both of them, but the first one I thought was great. I thought it was amazing to see Rex back. I thought it was just amazing. I think, I am a huge Clone Wars fan, and I think that's cool to have at least one Clone Wars fan on the podcast. And I think Clone Wars is just such an amazing show, and I love seeing Rex back. I just think that's great. Kanan kind of getting over, Kanan and Rex, I love that relationship because he has he doesn't like the clones because of Order 66, and it's really interesting and something we've never seen in the Star Wars world.
Yeah. Issue. Episode 3, this episode we're talking about, we'll just call it 1. Episode 1, I was disappointed in it. It was like Tanner said, it was fine. I didn't care. I didn't dislike it. But, I mean, I know Clone War fans love this, but a lot of people who didn't see or love Clone Wars just thought it was alright. I thought it was alright. Do you guys want to talk about this episode anymore, or do you want to go into the next one?
I feel like mainly it was a two-part episode.
Yeah.
Is how I thought of it. So
I think for both of the episodes, they were kind of just those things, just something fun to watch while you eat your breakfast.
Yeah.
They're just over quick. It's not
YouTube worthy.
Like the end of season 1 where they were so great. You want to sit down, watch them on your TV. It's a big deal. They're just kind of
Yeah.
I saw those episodes like that. I saw these episodes like that where I really want to watch them. I don't watch any shows live. I hate watching shows live because I have to sit through commercials. Rebels is the only show
Rebels
I watch
has the
live.
worst commercials of all time.
Rebels has really funny commercials.
No,
they're so
they're
bad
awful.
that They're so funny.
I just don't like the Disney Channel
I
commercials.
feel like I'm like a pedophile watching these little girls
Yeah, I
just
know.
I watch it with my
Play
little
with
brother,
juju
and sometimes I
beads.
just look at him geez, how did I watch Disney Channel when I was
so
younger?
different from our age.
Have you guys
We had-
ever gone back? I know this has nothing to do with Star Wars, but have you guys ever gone back and just watched a Disney show?
Oh, that's what I do every day.
Yeah,
I
you
watch
used to watch
I
as
watch
a
Drake
kid.
and I'm being
And it's
crazy.
just
I'm being crazy
horrible.
Steve for Halloween.
Sweet Life Zack and Cody is horrible now.
What?
Okay,
Josh,
I have that
leave this
nostalgia for it,
podcast.
though, so I still like it. Because I have that nostalgia for it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sure if it was on now that I'm older, that I wouldn't give a crap about it. But I saw it as a kid, so when I watched it, I have nostalgia for it.
I watched a few episodes and I was like, wow, this is horrible. This is a really
Stop.
bad show.
I'm gonna Stephen A. Smith you and call you blasphemous. That. All right, we're kind of getting
Drake
off
and
page.
Josh is
Drake and Josh and iCarly. You
Drake
can't.
and Josh is still funny. That still holds up.
Freaking Crazy Steve, man. I love
Yeah.
me some Crazy Steve and Guppy.
Gibby.
No,
Gibby.
Gibby's little brother, Guppy. The one that's always like, "Happy birthday." You know
No,
that
I
kid?
didn't like iCarly that much.
Josh,
I
you're
did, but
killing me.
I like Drake and Josh a lot.
Yeah,
more.
me
That was
too.
one of my all-time favorites.
Me too. So coming back to the
Star
topic of
Wars.
Star Wars,
Kind of got off track.
we're gonna now we're gonna talk
We
about
can finish that on our old Disney Channel show podcast after this.
yeah. Stay tuned for the Drake and Josh recap show. Oh wait, this isn't
Yeah, we
2007.
I would do that.
Yeah. So now we're gonna talk about season Star Wars Rebels episode 2, Relics of the Old Republic. When I was watching this, it kind of started out. I was like, well, I kind of know what we're gonna get. The clones are gonna do something. Blah blah blah. I love this episode. I thought the dynamic between Ezra and Rex was great. When Ezra put on Rex's helmet, holy crap, that looked really, really cool. I liked that. And it was practical too because, it was sandy and stuff. And the direct tie between Kanan and Ezra having to use the Force blind and maybe only use the Force
that was
to
cool.
accomplish their mission. I loved that. That was straight from the trench run in A New Hope when Luke just put his targeting thing away and then just use the Force. I love that. That was great. I really liked Rex and Ahsoka at the end. And I liked I felt the Inquisitor scene at the end was forced. It didn't really need to be there. It didn't do anything to the episode. But I'm really, really looking forward now, because since we kind of got that little story out of the way, I'm really looking forward to the new Inquisitors. The fifth brother and seventh sister, I think their names are.
Do you
Yeah.
think that the girl is gonna be like Mara Jade?
Yeah, she'll be Barrett.
I don't know. I thought she was gonna be Barriss Offee, whatever her name is, but I kind of just wanted to be a new character. Mara Jade is a great character, but she's not true anymore. I think there were rumors she was gonna be. Her name was gonna be like Kiera Zahn or something.
Yeah.
But that's
I heard
my
that.
2 cents for this. What do you guys think of this episode?
I thought it was better than the first one,
Definitely.
and
me
I
too.
think it was a fun episode. You know, I mean, it's not like one of my all-time favorites, but you know, it was fun.
Yeah.
Nah.
I love this episode. I think this one was even better than the first. Like with the first, I just had like one tiny problem, which was really Wolf kind of regretting his decision to call the Empire so easy. Is my main problem with the first episode.
Yeah, that was
But
stupid.
this episode, if I had to pick a problem, would be the title shouldn't be called Relics of the Old Republic. It should be called Relics of the Clone Wars or something else, because Old Republic, I instantly go to Darth Bane, Darth Revan, and we didn't get any of that, and I didn't think we would. So wish the title was different. But besides that, I thought this episode was amazing. I love the parallels between Clone Wars and Rebels, where it was like when they jump out of the ship, when they came back to save the rebel with the clones, they jump out of the ship and go on top of the Imperial on the AT-AT, and so Zeb, Kanan, and Ezra, and I love Rex is just like, he's like, wow, that brings me back to the old days or something like that, he said. And it was just so good, because it was like Zeb is Rex in this situation, Obi-Wan is Kanan, and Ezra is Anakin. And that was awesome. And then like there's many times in the episodes where like when like Rex is like, I served under a great master during one part. He said
was
something
cool.
like that in one
Well,
part of the episode.
Yeah,
And right when he said that, I'm like Anakin. I was like, that's great. That's Anakin for sure.
Kanan was.
So I think Ahsoka's going to be affected more whenever she finds out that's Anakin. But if Rex finds out that's Anakin, Vader's Anakin, that's going to hurt him too. It's going to be worse for Ahsoka, but it's still going to hurt Rex. And so I thought that was amazing. I think the reunion between Rex and Ahsoka was amazing, like so well done, where I almost actually teared up watching the episode, seeing them hug. I just thought that was amazing. Yeah, I love the episode. I thought it was cool to see them kick ass. I got chills when they put on their helmets, when Rex put on his helmet, and then when he gave it to Ezra too. But just great. Loved it.
Yeah.
I feel like the episodes are so short.
Yeah.
Like
21
there's
minutes.
like 1 minute and then commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
And
you'll get like a minute of dialogue in the beginning. Oh, did you guys notice? Just thinking about it, did you guys notice the part when he's like when he's giving them the bases, like all the bases,
Mandalorian.
and he's like, there's some Mandalorian bases that I put there for you that the Empire has no idea about. I was just like, oh, that's awesome. Hopefully we can see some Mandalorian bases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on this episode?
Nah, I pretty much got everything out that I was gonna say.
All right. So that's gonna end kind of our. I'll take this from Collider Jedi Council. Our what's the deal with canon kind of segment with the comics and TV shows. Now we're just gonna kind of finish this off. Sort of a longer podcast today. Just a lot happened this week, and I'm gonna ask you guys some Force Awakens stuff. So first off, are there any theories that you guys want to kind of bounce around and talk about the Force Awakens?
No, I don't have theories.
I have pieced together the movie in my head, which is not what I should have done, but I have.
Oh, I'd do
So,
it too, and I'm fine with it. Because I'm
I-
probably
I-
wrong.
I have theories, but my theories, you guys probably already know everything about it, so it's nothing like. But yeah, what were you saying?
1 second.
Okay, I'll just start off with some of mine. where can I even start? I think people are starting to say Rey could be probably Luke's daughter, and I don't see that happening just because I think Luke wouldn't put someone in danger from, like, it's almost like superhero like, where Luke isn't gonna get attached to someone else and then have another kid because both of them could be hurt because of him. So I don't think he's gonna have a son or anything. Kind of theories. I think that.
Do you think that? So you don't think that? Do you think Kylo Ren or Rey are Luke's at all?
I mean, I don't think they would just take it straight from the legends and they'd be twins of Leia and Han. So that part makes me, but I'd probably say one of them. I'd probably say they're more likely one of them. They're more likely to be twins than one of them be Luke's kid. What do you think? I don't even know.
I don't think they're twins. I think there's no chance they're twins.
Yeah,
But
I
I
don't-
do think there's a good chance they're brother and sister. And I do think there's a good chance that one of them is Luke's. I'm hoping that they are a version of the Solo twins, though. Like,
Yeah, I mean
rather
they
they're
already are
siblings
kind
or
of.
cousins or whatever, just a version of it, because I love that story.
What? Okay, so you say you think one of them. Let's just say, for argument's sake, Rey is Luke's daughter. Who would be Rey's mom? Do you have any theories about
That-
It would
that?
be someone we don't meet.
What?
And that is the reason that makes me that's the reason that makes me maybe not think that any of them are Luke's, is because that is such a big deal
Yeah.
for that not to be brung up or anything,
Well, here's my theory, that I think after episode 6, right? I don't think Luke did. I think Luke probably meditated, but Leia and Han got it on and had either a daughter or a son or both. And I think they're obviously very strong on the Force. And Luke wants to make sure that they don't fall into darkness, right? So I think I really think Luke did train them, because they both look like they know what they're doing with weapons, and I think that Rey was on the right path, but then she just I think Kylo Ren
I think I know what happened.
started the Knights. I think, okay, so sorry, I'm kind of going off. What do you think happened? You just said.
I think what happens is they're either both Han and Leia's daughter, or one of them's one of the others. Doesn't matter. They're family.
Yeah, they're related somehow.
Yeah, I think Luke has them. They're both similar in age. Luke plans on training them.
Yeah.
At a certain point, Kylo Ren learns about Darth Vader.
I could not agree with you more.
And he
I was
becomes
just thinking that.
obsessed with it.
Mhm.
And that kind of turns...
That's what I said.
That's what kind of turns him bad, where he becomes obsessive over it. And that kind of screws up a lot of things where Luke has to go into hiding. Rey just goes off to kind of do her own thing. Maybe Han and Leia kind of split up and go, different ways because of what happens. And I also think that scene where Han and Leia are hugging in the new trailer, part of me thinks that that's kind of like they're kind of that's their son that's causing a lot of this, and I think that's what that is too. I think it has to be family, because that's what Star Wars has always been about, is really about family issues.
Yeah.
If you go back and look at it.
That's my reaction to everything you just said. I could not agree with you more. Everything that you just said is what I believe too. I think Luke started the Knights of Ren. I don't think he named it that. I think Kylo Ren could have named that. I think that shot where, like you said, where Luke...
He could have started it thinking he's starting the Jedi Order back, but then Kylo kind of takes over.
The Knights of Jar Jar. So let's just call it that. But
Interesting name.
yeah, the JJ effect. But I do think that shot of Han and Leia is either because someone died, or like I really think it's oh my god, our son just murdered a whole star system, or Han like goes up to Leia and he's like, Leia, I found our daughter, and she's like, oh my god, because they then separated or something. But great theory, like, dude, that was spot on.
I think that because there's that scene where Poe pats Finn on the back, and they're on the same place where Han and Leia are like hugging, I think they're getting ready to go into battle at the third
Yeah,
act
I
of the
mean,
film.
I think we all agreed that's the Resistance kind of headquarters, which I thought, which bringing back to Shattered Empire, looks like the end shot of Shattered Empire.
Yeah.
Josh, what? Sorry, go ahead.
And one thing I think, I heard somebody said that they think that Poe will end up being the bad guy. Did you hear that?
No, I
No.
didn't.
That's what he was like, because when like Finn like looks at him weirdly, knowing that that he was on on that Star Destroyer with Kylo at the beginning of the movie, you know.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting.
I mean,
don't
he can
necessarily
play
think
bad.
that, but
I mean, he can play a very sort of on and off bad. We saw that in Ex Machina. He was great.
he's
in
the
that.
person we know the least about, really. I mean, aside from Luke, who we know nothing of, or Snoke.
We don't know anything about anyone, to be honest.
Yeah.
But-
But we have little tidbits about Kylo Ren, though.
Yeah.
You know.
Josh, I want to hear. Do you have any other things? Because I have a few other things I want to bounce around.
I think my main theory, I think that's a great theory, and I agree with everything you said, but my main theory is really that, but I don't think it's Luke that really starts Knights of Ren, but it does make me wonder, like how you said it, like you could say maybe he thought he was starting something else, but then it turned into Knights of Ren. I actually think it's a organization or something that recruit Kylo Ren is what I honestly
A
think.
child
But
of the Force.
I think the reason I know it kind of feels forced, but the thing
No.
is, but I
Forced.
think it's just, I think it's Vader, like, people that love Vader. Actually, no, I'm back with you guys' theory. I'm going to go with the Luke theory. I just think it makes more sense. Just thinking about it in my head, it makes more sense.
Okay. A few other things. That shot of the Imperial Army assembling on what looks like Starkiller Base, someone talking. Christian Harloff made a great point about if that was, I thought it was General Hux, but if that was General Hux, why would they try to keep it so where we
I
can't
think
really
that's
see
Snoke.
him? You know? So I think that's Snoke. Now, does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it's Snoke.
I agree with you that that's a very good point, and I saw on Jedi Council when you said that.
Yeah.
My one thing, though, is if you look at it, he looks like a dude. Like, he looks like a normal dude.
He does.
And Snoke is supposed to be performance capture. So you'd think he'd look like an alien of some sort.
Yeah. I mean, I
That's the
agree.
one reason. But
But
you know, I wouldn't be
it's a
surprised.
it's a
Maybe
very
Snoke is like
You know?
maybe like Snoke is like Palpatine, where he takes
Yeah.
a different form when he's good.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
what
or
I
when he's
thought,
like
too.
in the public eye.
Yeah.
Or it
Um,
could be Max von Sydow. We still have not seen him.
Yeah.
I would bet money that he's on Jakku and doesn't leave that planet.
Yeah, I know. I think so too. But we just have not seen
I have
him yet.
no
so
idea.
Just throwing it out there.
I hate talking about this, but we did see the scene with Rey when she's crying. What do you guys think that is?
I don't want to say it's Chewbacca, but it's probably Chewbacca.
I originally said Chewbacca, but now I'm backing off on that. But Tanner, what do you think?
I don't think it's Chewbacca.
Me neither.
I don't think if you're gonna kill someone, I don't think you kill Chewbacca because
You don't kill the family
he's like the
dog.
pet. He's the dog. I don't think you kill him. I think if you're gonna kill someone, you're gonna kill Han. Even though I don't want him to die, because like I said, Han's my man. But if you're gonna kill someone, I think it's Han. I think that scene is towards the end, like on that snow. You know, the snowy planet.
Star Killer Base.
Which we think is Starkiller Base.
Yeah.
That's where I think the final showdown goes down at. And I think because if you look at that scene, it's a little bit brighter, but you see snow falling.
Do you?
What do you assume is snow? I'm assuming it's snow. There's like things in the air.
Man,
Yeah, I think it was
Ray,
snowing.
Ray needs to wear a jacket then. Damn. Just
But I think that either that's right after Kylo like puts it on Finn. What we
Do you
see,
think Finn could
maybe,
die?
Maybe I don't think he's gonna die. I don't think
he's
you don't
in
kill
episode
Finn.
8. It's confirmed he's in episode 8.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna die. He's hurt and maybe she's crying, but I think I don't know if someone's dead. I think it's Han's dead, and that fur you see is either like his hair, maybe Han's hair, or maybe Chewie like laying on Han, crying or something.
Oh, that
I
could
don't-
be.
What? But that I'm actually I'm pulling up that clip. It looks like there's a it looks like Finn's jacket is on the ground though. What? I mean,
But Han's jacket is brown, just like Finn's.
but it's darker. Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm
It
pulling
looked
up.
like you see Finn's, you see Chewbacca's thing that he has on his back or his
Mm-hmm.
His little
overhead, I don't know what
the
it's called.
bowcaster thing.
what?
Hold on, I'm
His
pulling
little
it up.
metal like thing around.
Yeah,
it.
that thing.
1 sec.
They're real.
All right. Okay, there we go. Let's see.
They're real.
All right. Looking at it right now, it looks like it's a lighter shade of brown, and it looks like Chewbacca. Something fur is on the ground too. Oh, what if it's Chewbacca's satchel?
That's what I thought it was. That's what it looks like.
I'm a dumbass.
That's what we were saying. That it looks like his satchel's on there.
I am such an idiot. I didn't even realize that till now.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I don't know what it was called.
What? Interesting enough, though, I think they might have teased this, and then in the very next shot, we see Chewbacca with a bandage on his arm.
Yeah,
I think
is-
I think that could, because I know Tanner said he thought that this shot was on a snowy planet, but to me, oh crap! Here,
That's the only, and I get what you're saying. Why one thing is she is crying pretty hard if it's just someone who's just like a little bit hurt.
do you know
Yeah.
another thing that could happen? What if it's like Max von Sydow's character, sort of?
Yeah, true.
Have you read Darth Bane?
A book?
Yeah, the book.
No.
Darth Bane is
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
forced to leave, and like I feel like that situation is kind of like maybe Max von Sydow like took a bullet for Rey, and she's like crying, but she has to leave, but she doesn't want to like leave him or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean I need to shut up. I can talk about this all day.
Yeah, maybe he. Yeah, we haven't taken into consideration. Maybe it's a new character that dies.
Yeah,
We just know. We know it's not Finn. We know Luke's not gonna die. We know Rey's not gonna die.
yeah.
But everyone else is kind of,
Fair
game.
game.
What
Yeah.
are you? Okay, so that was only one part of the question I asked. We talked about that for 12 minutes. Let's see. So tickets. Oh yeah. So that's actually all I was talking about. Let me. Any other things you guys want to talk about on this before we end it?
That Force Waking Up movie looks really good.
Yeah.
What is it?
I
What
could
is
talk
it about
The
again?
Force Awakens all day,
Yeah.
and it hasn't even come out yet.
One thing I want to say again, my favorite visual shot is when the stormtroopers are on like this destruction, and you see a literal water wave of X-wings coming in.
Yeah, I
I-
love how that's shot.
That looks beautiful. And then that shot I said where they're all Finn, Chewie, and Han have their hands behind their head and they look up. I think that's the same shot. I think they're looking up at those X-wings.
Oh yeah, that same shot. They're looking at the X-wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, do you guys have access to the trailer, like right here, like right with
I
you?
can pull it up.
Okay, skip to the time 1:39. And when you do, look at what Rey has by her side, and I want to know what you think maybe that is, because it looks awfully like a lightsaber.
What did you say? 139.
139 or 138, because I mean the way if you play it, the way it moves looks like a lightsaber on like a thing.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm trying to still get.
And then the very like
Oh,
last
I
in her
see it.
hand.
yeah
It's in her hand.
yeah.
That's definitely a lightsaber.
But it ain't Luke's. That is not, or it ain't the lightsaber I got in my room right over there. It ain't Anakin
That
slash
looks
Luke's.
like a lightsaber for sure.
Yeah, I know,
It's
but I'm
either a
saying,
lightsaber or blaster.
but I'm saying, yeah, I'm gonna
Silver
pull it up on
blaster.
I'm gonna pull it up on my computer because it's a little better quality. But that looks like a new lightsaber. Let me look on a better screen. Sorry. Let's see. Yeah, that's something new. That
Yeah.
You can't say I'm sold that
actually,
it's a lightsaber,
you
but
know,
it definitely
yeah,
looks
that,
like
that that is not a lightsaber. Do you know why? The very last, like the last millisecond, it looks like she's holding it, like, as if you would hold a blaster. If you look,
Yes, what I was
if
saying,
you
that's
look
what I
really
said. I
close
think
at the
it's like
end,
a blaster.
that's a blaster. Damn it!
I don't think she's gonna use a lightsaber. I think
No,
she's got that staff. I think Finn's gonna be our lightsaber guy.
Yeah,
Nah,
that.
I hope she's using lightsaber.
Okay, I just figured this out. Look at Han Solo. His gun holster is empty, and look at the gun in Rey's hand.
It looks like Han's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe
freaking
it's from
solved
that
it.
scene- Maybe it's from the scene in the trailer. Why she has the gun? It's from that scene in the trailer where she's shooting at something.
Yeah, that great point. No one has noticed. No one has said anything about this but me. Do you guys not think that tall robot dude is directly just a kind of like a wink to Bad Robot Productions?
I did see that.
No one
yeah,
had-
you
no
said that
one
in
has-
our
no one
other
has
video
said
that
that.
it looks like the bad robot.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna look up the logo for Bad Robot.
Yeah, kind of looks like it.
Let's see here.
You know what's so cool?
What?
What?
Star Wars will make money, whether it's good or bad. And they so easily could have just thrown a movie together to put it out to make money, but they're really going out to make this movie as good as possible.
Yeah, because
And it's
Disney's
so
smart.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like you look at the Transformers movies, they're not very good, but they still make money. Star Wars could suck and still make money. But
I
it
mean-
looks like they're really trying to make something special.
when people ask me what the last 3 Star Wars movies weren't very good in people's opinion, why does this different? And what I tell them is The Force Awakens is not one person's movie. It's a company's movie. It's a fan base's movie. Everyone has a say in it. It's not one guy directing everything. Sure, J.J. Abrams is the director, and he handles a lot of the visual techniques of it, but you bet your ass Kathleen Kennedy has almost as much say as J.J. Abrams has in this film.
No, she has probably more.
Yeah,
say.
probably more. And Bob Iger
Similar
has a
to
lot
how
too.
Marvel does it, where
Kevin Feige.
Kevin Feige and the directors and all kind of chip in.
They-
It's mainly Kevin Feige.
Yeah, they work in continuity. So
Yeah.
in
At the end of the day, Kathleen has final say, but I also think she knows that she's not a director,
Yeah.
so she lets them do their job.
yeah, I mean it's
I think
sort
what
of.
we should take out from this is just let Disney get everything.
I don't know if you guys follow basketball, but the New York Knicks, for example, their owner thinks he knows basketball, and the Knicks haven't won anything since '85. So
Yeah.
that kind of directs it. But I think, everything about this movie. I'm trying not to get my hopes so high, but this is the first Star Wars movie I will have seen in theaters that I can remember. Like this
saw
movie.
Revenge of the Sith in theaters.
I
Me
can
too, but I
remember.
don't remember it.
I
you
only
don't remember it?
No,
I remember
I
seeing
remember seeing Yu-Gi-Oh in theaters and getting a free card.
I only remember
I-
the movie War fight. That's it.
I remember seeing Revenge of the Sith in theaters. This will be the first one that. Well, hopefully, this experience will be better. This will be the first one my brother sees in theaters. So
If
that'll be
it,
cool.
yeah, if this movie wasn't coming out, I wouldn't have started this podcast. I wouldn't have if this movie didn't come out, I wouldn't have been following movies because I wouldn't have found Collider. I wouldn't have been this movie has brought so many people together. It's done so much, and it hasn't even came out yet. The toy sales are great. The ticket sales are great, and no one's even seen anything.
This movie has done so much.
In the
It's
talent.
also got a lot of people who used to be into Star Wars and then kind of got away from it back into it, which is cool.
And people, I know a girl, right? And she
Wasn't into it at all.
Yeah, she claimed that she hates Star Wars, but she didn't hate me. So I made her watch the trailer. She really wants to see it now, and that might be
Yeah.
because she wants to see it with me, but who knows? But yeah, it's like I said earlier. It's like Star Wars is the cool thing now. If you don't, I want to ask you guys, Josh. I know you're not a senior. Tanner, are you a senior?
No.
You're not. What year are you?
I am in my second year of high school.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So I'm a senior, right? I'm trying to figure out what my senior quote should be. I'm not sure. I mean, I know I'm saying like Star Wars. It's gonna be something Star Wars, but I don't want to do or not. There is no try because that's too generic. The one I've been floating around is No by Darth Vader.
Yeah, just no.
Or
I think what you should do is
Misa, you humble servant. That one's good.
I'll finish what you started.
What?
I'll finish what you started.
But my dad's a banker.
But
I don't want to start that.
I'm not gonna finish that.
What?
I'm not gonna finish that.
I ain't finishing. There's nothing to finish. It's a bank. The one I was thinking of was Always in Motion is the Future. I think that one is good.
yeah, do or do not is too obvious.
And yeah, I mean, I have a bunch of ones painted on or glued on my wall. Let's see. Much to learn. You still have my young Padawan. I could have Master Solo. I calculate a 3,720 chance to successfully navigating this asteroid field. Never tell me the odds, Han.
You should put when 900 years old you reach, look as good you will not. That should be your quote.
Tanner, can you do any Star Wars impressions?
No. No. Sometimes I do like old Han Solo, but it doesn't sound like Harrison Ford.
I don't.
Where's my Falcon?
I don't want to brag, but I have a killer Yoda impression. You ready?
Yeah, that's pretty,
You ready? Do or do not. There is no try.
That's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought you were playing on video when I first
Yeah, I know. He was like,
I'm not good at impressions, but I do an amazing impression of Seth Rogen's laugh.
do it.
I do it. That's good.
Yeah. Have you seen
I can't do
have you seen the trailer for that movie that's coming out around Christmas? With him, Anthony
Night
Mackie.
Before?
Yeah. That
Yeah.
looks so funny.
I'm so excited for
I
that movie.
I actually started crying laughing when I saw the trailer. Just because I'm Catholic.
And he starts rapping Wu Tang to the
Yeah.
kid.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
Catholic, and he was at like a Christmas Eve mass, and he was on the shrooms, and he was like, "Did we do that to Jesus? We did not do that to Jesus." Just
we did that
throws
to
up.
him? Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
Wait,
that was
think
great.
they know I'm
and then the
Jewish?
church.
Yeah.
Just the church. We did not go to
Honey, no one's done cocaine in 25 years. Okay, so that's basically going to wrap up this podcast. We had an hour and 23-minute podcast. And if you guys are still listening at this point, thank you. We are going to end it with something that I know our listeners are going to like, and we've already played it once on this show. So
What's happening is Josh is going to sing the Star Wars song that Bill Murray sang.
yeah, he's going to sing it in the what Bill Murray sang in a Jar Jar Binks impression. Oh, wait, actually, I found this new clip of him.
Who are you?
I'm no one.
I was raised to do one thing. But I've got nothing to fight for. Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it. The dark side. A Jedi. They're real.
The Force. It's calling to you.